Hello everyone, I'm going to show you one major trick that most people don't talk about when changing the oil on the 458 to make their life so much easier. Once I've done this, I literally can change an oil in 10-15 minutes, and the beautiful thing about that is I save about $2,000 from the dealership. So anyway, you definitely want to check this out. Make sure you add this step and you'll save a ton of time and a ton of headache. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you warm up your car. I like to warm it up about 10 to 15 minutes, normal operating temperatures. We want to get things up to normal operating temperatures because you want to get the oil, all the chemicals and all the debris that might be sitting on the bottom of the engine floated back up. And so everything flows out smoothly. And we don't want to leave any extra oil there. And you know how viscosity is, right? When the oil is cold, it pours slower and things stick. But when it's warmed up, oil just slides right out. And so we want to make sure that the entire engine is completely drained. And that's the best thing, in my opinion, of why doing an oil change at home is the best, because you can wait 15 minutes to let the oil completely drain, whereas if you go to the dealership, as soon as it's relatively done, they screw it back up and you can leave some dirty oil in the engine. So why? Get it all out of there. So that's one thing I really like doing oil changes at home. Now these are the things you need. You're going to need 10 quarts of 5W40 full synthetic. The oil filter, you definitely want to get the OEM version of this. They do have, They do have generic versions, but obviously, even if the generic one's just as good, these are made specifically for Porsche, for Ferrari, so I would say definitely buy this. I bought this particular kit from Ricambi, but you can buy just the filters alone. I just have this last kit left, but typically what happens is you buy, what I do is I buy these filters and then I buy these crush washers, these aluminum or these brass crush washers. And these basically, I'll send you the link of where you can buy these, but these crush washers work fine. And then all you need is a filter, crush washers, and some gloves. And then this is the cheapest scanner that I found. It's called a Foxwell. It works really well in terms of resetting the service light and things like that. It's not a super fancy one, but it does the job. So anyway, that's what you need. Before we jack up the car, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I release the the oil cap, because we want to make sure that the air is flowing nicely. So on the front of the car, there's a lot of areas to jack it. This whole thing is solid frame, so you can definitely jack that very easily. But the problem with the Ferraris is on the back, the jack points are like cut out. I don't know if I can show you this, but the jack points are cut out. And so in order to make this job easy, or in order to do this job at all, you need to take this entire plate off. The back plate, in order to take this plate off, you need to take this back plate off. And to get this off, because there's a little air duct brake thing, I don't know if I can position it right, let's see. Yeah, see how there's this air cooling system that the air goes through here and cools the brakes? Because that system is above this plate, it's a whole lot of work. Anybody who's ever done an oil change themselves, they understand how difficult this is. It's a two-step process. 2 steps to get it up and 2 steps to put everything back up. And it's a lot of work. So here's my little secret. Let me see if I can show you. This is where the drain plug is. One here. And let me see if I can position it right. One right there and one right there. See how I cut a little hole there perfectly? And then this drain plug, I cut a hole there. So now I don't have to remove the plate at all. This is the best thing you can possibly do to your car. And let me see if I can show you. So the way to do it is you take like a pilot drill, because this side's open. So because this side is open, let me see if I can get it down, sorry. Because this side's open, you can see, if you drill a pilot hole, you can see which direction you need to cut this main hole. And so that's all I did. And here, you can see through here where this needs to be cut. I know you can't really see because the light's not hitting it right, but let me see if I can get the light hit right. No, it's hard for me to stick my light up there. But you get the idea. You can see where you need to drill, and you just drill there. All right, these are a 10 millimeter here. I usually start from the front and then work my way to the back. Oh, it's on there, a little bit tight. Let's see. There it goes. I got some on my face and my hands. Okay, now I'm going to drain the one in the back. The one in the front might still drip a little bit. After both of those have been dry a little bit, I go to the very back. And this is a 22 millimeter. Gotta be fast. I'm not quite fast enough. Okay, while that's draining, we want to take a look at the bolts, these plugs that came, and check to see how much debris or dirt are in here. And typically never, I never really see anything. It's always super clean. Just in case you were wondering, these were the crush washers that were on there before, and you can definitely see that there's an indent. So it definitely did its job. It crushed. These are the replacement ones that I found on Amazon. They're a little bit different size externally. I don't know if you can tell, these are a little bit smaller. But thickness-wise, they're the same, and the inside diameter is the same, and that's the most important part. That's what I use when I don't have the whole kit. If you buy the whole kit, they actually give you, let me show you what they give you in this whole kit. When you buy the whole kit, they give you the OEM filter, the O-ring, 22 millimeter plug, brand new one. You don't need to change these out, but they give you a new one in this kit. If you buy the kit from like I think FCP Euro sells them, and Recombi, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Recombi also sells them. And they give you the necessary washers. So if you decide to buy these filters just on Amazon or eBay or something like that, make sure it's the official OEM filters. Or you can buy the entire kit and you don't have to worry about it. You change everything that they give you. And to be honest, it doesn't cost you that much money in comparison to how much money you're saving anyway. And you're doing the job right because you're doing it yourself, and you can make sure that all the oil is drained and everything's done in a proper way. So hopefully you can see I didn't have to remove the plate at all, and I saved a ton of time by doing that. Now, let's put everything back together. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, and it's still dripping. So this is why I like to do oil changes myself at home, because I can wait till there's no more oil coming out of the car, right? And your average Ferrari dealership, they're not going to let their employees sit around and just wait until every single drop comes out. And I know we're talking about minuscules, right? We're not talking about you're leaving a half a quart in there or anything like that. However, if you're doing an oil change, why not get it all out, and so you can get it totally clean, right? And it actually takes a little bit more than 10 quarts, so we'll show you the process when we put everything back together. But typically, if you don't let everything drain out, then you're only going to be able to put back in about 10 quarts. I know the manual says 65 Newton meters, but there's a lot of comments all over the internet that talk about the aluminum casing stripping. The last thing you want to do is strip that. And most people are doing anywhere from 20 to 28 foot-pounds. That's the amount that I like to use to tighten everything up. And since I've been doing my own oil changes, I've never had a leak. I've never had anything loosen. As a matter of fact, you just saw how difficult it was for me to get it undone. And that's the point of these crush washers. They're doing their job. They crush in. So once you feel these things crush, bottom out and crush, that's about the right amount. I wouldn't necessarily follow the shop manual on that one, of 45 foot-pounds, because people have stripped them, torquing it down to 45 foot-pounds. What you can do too is, a lot of times what people do is when they torque it, they hear one click, oftentimes they go back and click it again. That second click sometimes is that just enough to strip that. And obviously if you strip that, that's gonna be a lot of work to, you know, put a Healy coil or whatever you're gonna have to do to fix that. So in my opinion, 25 foot-pounds, that's all you need. Okay, now it's officially been about 8 to 10 minutes and you can still see it dripping. I'm not in a rush, so I'm just gonna sit down, maybe grab a cigar or grab my drink and just relax. I'm just gonna relax another 10, 15 minutes until it completely stops, and then I'll button everything back up. Oh, by the way, I always wear like a black, like a shop shirt, and it's because it's always gonna splash, right? No matter how careful you are, you're always gonna get some oil on you, and so always be prepared for that. And the other thing I do in my shop, let me see if I can show you, turn this around, is I have this old moving blanket, and I just move that next to my oil container because it splashes or whatever, and it's a lot easier to have it land on that versus having it land on one of these cracks and you're lifting up the towels and cleaning it. Trust me, I've done that too. Right, it's been 15 minutes and it's still dripping. So this is why I like to wait. I typically wait 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, something like that, until it stops. And I know I'm being super anal. I get it, I know I'm being super anal, but if you've ever put a cup under there, after you feel like, okay, it's drained enough, and you put a cup under there and you just wait another 10, 15 minutes, you'll be surprised how much extra oil comes out. The very first time I did it on this car, I go, okay, this is about normally where I would button it up. I thought, I got time to kill. Why don't I just collect how much extra oil comes out? The cup that I had, it overfilled. So it tells you how much extra oil's in there, and it's taking a long time to have everything drip. And that's why it's so important to warm up your car and give it plenty of time to have it all drip out. Now, granted, you don't need to do that. I am being anal. The dealership's not gonna do that. However, why not? If you have time, why not get the best oil change you can possibly do and get it done right? That's just my belief. Now it's time for the oil filter. So the oil filter is right above the oil filter cap. Let me see if I can show you. Right there. And that's a 32 millimeter socket. Just like that. And this just comes off. Pop. Nothing to it. And all we're gonna do is put the new one just like that back in and change this O-ring. It's better to underfill than overfill these engines. There we go, a little bit over 9 ports. Now let's give it a start. And while I'm in here, I typically wipe everything down. We're gonna get it to proper temperatures. Okay, I had the engine running for about 10, 15 minutes. Let's take a look. By the way, I did put in 10 quarts total now. I put in the remainder. And you can see it comes right to the front line. So it's still low because technically it's supposed to take like 10.6 quarts or something like that. So obviously I need another 0.6. So you can know that your Ferrari was completely drained of oil. So you know you've done it the right way if you put in 10 quarts and it comes to this bottom circle. So I'm going to put in the last 6 quarts and clear the codes.